So I want you to speak to them very plainly. If EFF won 50% plus one vote, and you don't have to go into a coalition in 2019, what would be the implications for their property rights?
Well, what we're saying in the EFF, exactly what I said here, is that the state must be the custodian of the land. Why? Because you are refusing to release the land. Black people will never own the land. They don't have money. They will never have money because the ownership of the land is the one that results in you having the money. So the struggle has always been about property ownership. It was never about driven in 1 million BMW. It was never about driven with bodyguards. It was about the property ownership. So we need the state to then say, all of this land, including Malema's house, everyone else, this land belongs to the state. And then it shall be allocated back to the same person. If it's residential under so and so. If it's an office park, it's office park under so and so. We lease it back to you as the state. As long as a purpose is clearly defined on what that piece of land is used for. Once you have done that, you must see how much pieces of land we are going to remain with. Because there's too much land out there. Then that which remains then gets to be allocated for those who have been looking for land but cannot afford to get that piece of land. When I was coming here, I got a call from a young lady who says, I've got the money. I want to do a chicken farm. And there's no piece of land. I cannot afford to buy a piece of land. But if allocated a piece of land, then I can invest in that piece of land and do a chicken farm. So there will never be a chicken farm because there's no piece of land. And when you look for a piece of land, it's extremely expensive. Let every piece of land be occupied and the purpose be clearly defined. What are you using this land for? Now people say, if you take the land, the investors will go. Why would investor go in a country where they say to you, you want to open an industry? Here is a piece of land. You can occupy it for 50 years. You don't have to pay us anything. We're going to give you water at a reasonable rate. We're going to give you electricity at a reasonable rate as long as you employ our people, as long as you contribute to the economic growth. And most of the things you use in this factory, they must be produced here. So why would an investor not grab such, especially foreign investors, such an opportunity? So the land will be guaranteed because when you want to build a factory, you bring the money, you build the factory, we bring the land. That's what makes us partners.